At least 80,000 acupuncturists and 45,000 homeopathic doctors practice in Europe, and the so-called Eastern Ayurveda and the ancient phytotherapic methods are more and more widespread. These are both herbal medical methods. More and more doctors are accepting the effectiveness and significance of alternative therapies. Nearly 5% of the population in Hungary has already tried alternative therapies, and the results were most surprising to me. However, next to skepticism, it is also an obstacle that it is hard to find out anything about the opportunities and results in Hungary. But it is important to be open to everything, not only to alternative therapies. For example, we can find Eastern medical doctors in our city's downtown apartments too. Dr. Yu Funyan, who has an acupuncture practice in Budapest, has been practicing traditional Chinese medicine for 20 years in Hungary. If God shows us a new healing method, whether we find it in Europe or in Asia, it doesn't matter, because it's for the whole world, for everybody. According to Dr. Yu Funyan, it is not a coincidence that every fifth person is Chinese in the world, which also, according to the WHO, is one proof of the effectiveness of their treatments. Acupuncture can be applied for nearly 100 different types of illnesses. One of the most common complaints with which people turn to Dr. Funyan is the acute headache or migraine. This is the reason why Ervin Szabo allows needles to be stuck in his body in the so-called meridians. According to Eastern theories, these are channels where life energy circulates. It is absolutely pain-free. We don't even feel the needle. Ervin decided after 2 long days of constant strong headache that he won't be experimenting with painkillers any longer, but will try acupuncture instead. After the 15th visit, he realized that his head hurts no more. Acupuncture solved the problem, which even professors at the best clinics couldn't. Maybe it isn't any wonder that traditional Chinese medicine is taught even in the Semmelweis University of Budapest, as it is a many thousand-year-old medical system which Hungarian medical students can gladly learn. Ayurveda isn't a method, isn't a religion or a sect. It is simply a medical solution. This was said by Dr. Skopintsev, who established his Ayurveda clinic in Siófok, where they mix ancient Indian treating methods with Western medicine. There are thousands of strong empirical-based therapies within Ayurveda. We have 20 to 23 different types of massages, not to mention numerous other special alternative cures. Why shouldn't we use them? The doctor learned about the Indian medical system first in St. Petersburg, then came to Hungary and started to use this treating method from the beginning of the 90s. Ayurveda, mixed with traditional medicine, gives wonderful results. It treats diseases such as metabolic syndrome, obesity, hypertonia, hypocholesterolia, diabetes, and type 2 diabetes. György Bernard had some of the above listed problems when he was sent from his hospital to the clinic in Siófok. He had high blood pressure, his blood sugar level was very high, and 3 of his fingers couldn't open up. By today, his fingers open up fully. His blood sugar level went down below 6 from the previous numbers of 7 and 8. György spent 4 weeks at the clinic, and his daily routine was the following. An Indian Ayurveda massage took place twice a day, preceded by yoga exercises and sauna therapy, where poison exits the body with sweat. The mixed application of Eastern and Western solutions proved to be a success in György's case, but partly because he was open-minded. Tibor Jakabowicz, a chemical engineer, also talks about this. On one hand, it is very good that civilizations are mixing. Vast amount of knowledge circulates round and round, and it is inspiring. On the other hand, we are skeptical about things that come from far away. Their roots are not of our civilization. Therefore, open-mindedness and time can develop trust and in the long run lead to results. According to Tibor, we would be much more open if we interpreted these methods to the language of our own cultures. We can easily imagine just how useful adopting alien medicinal practices can be if we are ready to apply them. It is the principle that is interesting, not necessarily our arsenal of solutions. If we realize that something is good, then we should assimilate somehow to that technology. This is the future. For example, Stephen Tetson, a sound bowl therapist, treats his patients still using metal tools. This sound has a very relaxing effect. Everything in this world vibrates on a given frequency. Every cell of ours has a certain number of vibrations. These sound bowls also induce sounds that have a particular vibration. According to the theory, these vibrations start a strong metabolic process through the water found in our body, which has a good effect on all of our organs. This all sounds very mystical, but Mr. Tetson is confident that sound waves do treat many problems as a supplementary therapy. It is good for joint problems, circulation problems, regeneration after an operation, as well as our mental. It also effectively treats manager illnesses, depressive symptoms, sleeping disorders, and fatigue. Petra Meyer has participated in many sound bowl therapies. She is here at the moment because of a sports injury. She strained her thigh muscle. She said that when it touched her thigh, she felt small vibrations in her muscle, in her thigh muscle to be accurate, and when she woke up, she felt her whole leg to be healed. According to experts, as long as these therapies do not intend to replace traditional healing, there is no problem. Participating in some new method means that we care about our body. Strong skeptics, however, attack alternative methods all the time. Mostly homeopathic medicine has been under the gun lately. It is a fact that homeopathy has not yet been proven on a molecular level, but that could take years and years, and it works without any proof. Dr. Peter Saul is a member of the presidency of the Hungarian Homeopathic Association. Beside his medical practice for children, he sees homeopathic patients as well. According to him, many thousands of successful cases prove this 266-year-old method. At the moment, he is searching for a solution for one of his patients' long-lasting coughing and skin problems. Can you snuffle easily or not? Yes, I can. Good. Let me check you here. On the one hand, the homeopathic doctor asks questions about the family, starting from inherited family diseases down to what influenced the mother during pregnancy, because this influences the choosing of the right medicine from a homeopathic aspect. The doctor has to choose the most suitable homeopathic medicine from approximately 5,000 different ones. These tiny drugs are a stimulus for the body to which the system reacts with a counter-reaction, which is the healing itself. The main advantage of homeopathic drugs is that they have no side effects. But according to the skeptics, this occurs only because of the placebo effect. We ourselves are skeptical too. These skeptics and doubters don't bother me, because it is up to the open-mindedness and the thinking of each individual. Dr. Saul says he has many homeopathic patients, and this is proof that Hungarians really are receptive to more natural methods. His ambivalent feelings about traditional drugs led Thomas Chak to choose an alternative way. He took his vote on phytotherapy, an herbal-based medical solution, because of his stress and migraine. I call these drugs pellets, and after taking many, within 2 weeks I felt the same again, but not temporarily, but permanently. This is true healing.
Ebben a laborban több száz
In
gyógynövény
this laboratory,
felhasználásával készülnek ezek az
with the use
úgynevezett
of hundreds of
gyógyszerek.
different herbal
Dr.
plants,
Bihari Pál
pellets
belgyógyász,
are
háziorvos
produced.
és fitoterapeuta
Dr.
ezek
Paul
segítségével
Bihari,
is gyógyít.
internist, also an in-house doctor and phytotherapist, heals with these pellets. Since ancient times, people have been trying to find plants, herbs, buds, and many other things from nature in order to add them to their food to help cure all kinds of health problems. According to the doctor, there are many false beliefs regarding medicines because the basic component of many traditional drugs are also herbal-based. Most people generally do not understand that there are many widely used traditional drugs which are combined with natural agents. For example, the no spa, which contains dotaverine, made out of poppy seed. The more commonly known morphine is also made of poppy seed. However, there are some illnesses which, according to Dr. Bihari, should only be treated by plant-based phytotherapy. For chronic diseases, which involve metabolism disorders and temperament disorders, the usage of phytotherapy has given more positive results than traditional drugs. He is showing materials in the storage which are perfect in the treating of type 2 diabetes. This is turmeric, this is an apple, and the crust and the meat of the Bengali quince. This storage house, with all its fruits and produce, next to seeing the process of mixing, can seem like witchcraft. But there isn't anything mystical about it. Phytotherapy is one of the treating methods of the classical Ayurveda and the Chinese medicine, and these two medical solutions are just as approved in the East as traditional cures are approved of in Europe. We, uneducated patients, usually inquire of alternative cures from the internet, magazines, neighbors, and friends. So that it's clear that we make our own choice with minimal, if any, scientific understanding, which may not be a really big problem. A result-oriented approach is more than reasonable. It is most important for us to know that we feel better, not so much as why. If we feel better from something, we feel healed, and our problems and symptoms are gone. I think it really doesn't matter what the root of the cure was. If I can put it differently, whatever alternative or traditional treatment we speak of, there is only one thing which is most important, and that is prevention.